welcome to the first of 21 videos that I am making to help women be successful in the workplace. And I believe there has never, ever been a better time for women to excel other than now, 2023 and beyond. And one of the reasons I believe this so firmly is because of AI, artificial intelligence. And I know you've probably, heard about it and how more and more companies and individuals are starting to use artificial intelligence. In fact, I read in a Wall Street Journal article today by an investor, AI investor, but he said within the next 10 years, AI is going to take over 80% of the jobs that we currently know today and take over doing 80% of them. So I thought that was pretty amazing. And even if it's hype and not 100% true, AI is making a huge change now in the workplace. And basically, what AI is doing is it's taking over a lot of those traditionally called left brain skills, those logical thinking, analytical, linear thinking skills. And therefore, what companies are really going to need is those traditionally called right brain skills, those intuitive, creative, holistic, collaborative skills that also traditionally many women have excelled in using. And unfortunately for men, they have been told to kind of downplay or disregard those right brain, more emotional skills. And I know researchers today say, people are not left brained or right brained, but we still talk about the left brain skills, thinking skills, and the more intuitive, creative right brain skills. And I'm going to be using those terms in the next videos. All right, so what all this means is that if you're a company and you want to be successful, and it just makes sense that you want to start wooing women, bringing them into the workplace, and not only bringing them in, but helping them to be successful. Because if women are successful and they bring in these balanced skills, which they have now, they've been trained and have experience in the left brain skills, and many of them, just naturally have some of these right brain skills. So they are going to want to make it as easy as they can for women in the workplace, as well as help them with some of their issues at home. So this is really important to remember. I think, in fact, instead of women just thinking about what she can do for a company, she should be asking what the company can do for her. I mean, that's the kind of power that I think women are going to have over the next decade. In fact, studies are actually showing that companies that have more women, particularly at the top in the top levels, they actually perform better. Those companies perform better in terms of finance as well as customer satisfaction. Okay, so you might ask, why am I qualified to make these videos? And actually, I think I'm highly and maybe uniquely qualified to make these videos. And I know that sounds like bragging, a word I don't necessarily like, but I think it is important for women to talk about their skills. And we're going to talk about that in one of the upcoming videos. Um, and I think I'm highly qualified for four reasons. Number one, I became acting chief information officer for United Airlines in the mid 90s. And then in 2002, I became CEO of the United Airlines Employees Credit Union. And that was one of the largest and still is credit unions in the US. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, I have spent decades collecting studies and reviews and books on women's issues, and I have a huge collection. And I also have to say that I don't think there's a major issue that I've read about that at some level I haven't experienced myself. That's number two. Number three, most of these studies and books, they talk a lot about the external issues that many women will face in the workplace. Things like being ignored in meetings, not being given opportunity for promotions, unequal pay, or sexual harassment. So I do talk about all of those things, but I also focus and talk about the internal issues that many women share. These are insecurities that have been passed down from our mothers and our grandmothers and generations before that. And let me give you one example. Many women have a fear of success. And I believe one of the main reasons why is because we women fear that if we are highly successful, that means we have power and we have authority. And at some level, we fear that if we're viewed as powerful and have authority, that we're also going to be viewed as less feminine. And that's an issue. Okay. And fourth, you might guess I wrote a book, and it's called Reflections from the Glass Ceiling: How to Reach It, How to Breach It. And I'm not saying you need to go out and buy that book. I'm going to try during these next videos to give you as much information as I can from the book and from my experiences of what I did right, what I didn't do so well, and what I would do, most importantly, if I were in the workplace today and faced certain situations. So I'm in the give back phase of my life. So you don't have to go out and buy the book. I'm going to do my best to give you as much information and advice as I can. My plan is to release a video every Saturday about 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. And at the end of each video, I take three questions that I have in my book, but three questions that pertain to that topic. And even if you don't have time to watch the video, I think it would be worth your while to jump to the end, and I'd have these questions listed at the end of the video, and think about them for yourself. No matter where you're at in your career, whether you're starting out or you're well on your way in your career. I've even been told by several women who are quite experienced that by thinking about these questions, it's given them some food for thought. Okay, so, oh, one other thing. Just so you have an idea of the topics coming up in the video, at the very end of this video, I list all of the topics. So, for example, if you might be experiencing what you think is unfair pay right now in your life or your job, you might want to go to the video that's called Compensation Disparity. So anyway, by looking at these at the end of this video, you can kind of pick and choose what video you might want to watch. All right, and one other thing. If you'd like to find out a little bit more about me, and you certainly don't have to, you might want to go to my website. And I also talk about some of my other books there. But anyway, my website is renaissancedonna.com. That is RENAISSANCE Donna.com. And thanks very much for watching, and I hope you watch my next videos. Thank you.